Once upon a time, there lived a king and queen ruled over a distant land. The queen gave birth to a baby girl who had skin white as snow, lips red as blood, and hair black as ebony. They named her Snow White, but sadly the queen died. Soon after, the king married a new woman who was beautiful, but proud and cruel. She had studied dark magic and owned a magic mirror, of which she would daily ask.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most beautiful of them all?
You, my queen, are the most beautiful of them all.
This pleased the queen. She knew that her magical mirror could speak only the truth. One morning, the queen asked,
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most beautiful of them all?
You, my queen, are the most beautiful, it is true. But Snow White is more beautiful than you.
The queen was angry and ordered her huntsman to take Snow White into the woods to be killed.
Huntsman, come here. Go to the forest and kill her, and as a proof, bring me her heart.
Yes, my queen, I'll do as you say.
The poor huntsman took Snow White into the forest but couldn't kill her.
Snow White, I cannot do this. You have to escape. Go, run, run.
Thank you, good man. I will always be grateful for what you have done. Then the huntsman killed a deer and took his heart to the queen.
Here, my queen, I did as you told me. Take her heart.
Ha ha ha, now I'm the most beautiful of them all.
Meanwhile, Snow White was at the forest.
Oh, I am all alone in the forest. I don't know what to do.
Then she began to run, and just as evening was about to fall, she saw a little house and went inside.
Oh, this house is so beautiful. Everything in it is so small and clean.
The table was set, and there was food on the plates.
Oh, I'm so hungry. I will eat some vegetables, a little of bread in the small plate, and a cup of milk.
Since she was so tired, she lay down on one of the little beds and she fell fast asleep. After dark, the owners of the house returned home. They were the 7 dwarfs who mined for gold in the mountains. As soon as they arrived home, they saw that someone had been there.
Who has been sitting on my chair?
Who has been eating with my plate?
Who has been eating my bread?
Who has been eating my vegetables?
Who has been eating with my fork?
Who has been drinking my cup?
But the 7th one, looking at his bed, found Snow White lying there asleep.
Look over there! Come quick!
The 7 dwarfs all come running up, and they cried out with amazement.
Oh, heavens! This house is so beautiful.
They did not wake her up, but let her continue to sleep in the bed. Next morning, Snow White woke up, and when she saw the 7 dwarfs, she was frightened.
Oh no!
Don't be afraid of us. What is your name?
My name is Snow White.
How did you find your way to our house?
My stepmother tried to kill me. Then the huntsman let me free. That's how I had to run entire the forest and found your house.
The dwarfs walked with each other for a while and then said,
If you will keep the house for us.
And cook, and make beds,
Wash you and kick.
and keep everything clean and orderly.
You can stay with us.
And you shall have everything that you want. Yes, with all my heart.
So Snow White lived happily with the dwarfs. Every morning, they went into the mountains looking for gold. And in the evening, when they came back home, Snow White had their meal ready and their house clean. Meanwhile, at the palace,
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who in this land is the most beautiful of all?
You, my queen, are beautiful. It is true. But Snow White beyond these mountains with the 7 dwarfs is still 1,000 times more beautiful than you.
Now Understand. The huntsman deceived me. I have to think of something.
She went into her most secret room and she made a poisoned apple.
With this poison apple, you will die, Snow White. Ha ha ha.
From the outside of the apple was first beautiful and shiny, but anyone who might eat a little piece of it will die.
I have to disguise myself so she cannot recognize me. I will go to those dwarfs' houses.
She traveled to the dwarf's house and knocked on the door. Snow White put her head out of the window and said,
I mustn't let anyone in.
Would you like to taste one of my sweet apples?
No, I can't accept anything from strangers.
Why? Are you afraid of poison? You will eat half and I will eat the other half.
but only one half of the apples was poisoned.
Well, alright. I have seen you eating a part of it. Now give me the half.
She barely had a bite in her mouth when she fell to the ground dead.
Ha ha ha! White as snow, red as blood, black as ebony wood. The dwarf shall never awaken you. Goodbye, Snow White. Ha ha ha!
Back at home, she asked her mirror,
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who in this land is the most beautiful of all?
You, my queen, are the most beautiful of all.
When the dwarfs come home that evening, they found Snow White lying on the ground.
Snow White, wake up. What happened to you?
She's not breathing at all. She's dead.
They lifted her up and looked at her for a long time.
Snow White, wake up. Let's talk to us, please.
But nothing helped. She was dead. They laid her on a bed of straw, and all 7 dwarfs sat next to her and cried for 3 days. They were going to bury her, but she still looked as fresh as a living person, and still had her beautiful like cheeks.
We cannot bury her in the earth.
Let's make a transparent glass cabinet so we can see her from all sides.
And they did it. Then they put her inside the coffin.
We have to place the coffin outside on a mountain, and one of us has to stay with it and watch over it.
Yes, we will do that.
One day, a prince entered these woods. He saw the cabin on the mountain with beautiful Snow White in it. Let me have the cabin. I will give you anything for it.
We will sell it for all the gold in the world.
Then let me have it. I cannot live without being able to her.
The good dwarfs felt sorry for him and gave him the coffin.
Take
good care of her. We will always love her.
I will. She will be my precious treasure.
This love from Snow White's throat the piece of poison apple. She opened her eyes, lifted the lid from her coffin, sat up and was alive again.
Where am I?
You are with me. Come to my father's castle. You will be my wife.
At that moment, Snow White fell in love with him. Their wedding was planned with great splendor and majesty. Snow White's weak stepmother was invited to the wedding, but before leaving her castle, she asked her mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who in this land is the most beautiful of all?
You, my queen, are beautiful, it is true. But the young queen is 1,000 times more beautiful than you.
No, I have to see that from myself.
When she arrived at the wedding, she saw Snow White.
No, you're dead, you're dead.
What? Take this woman away from this land.
Yes, Prince.
And no one saw the evil queen again. And Snow White and the prince lived happily ever after. The end.